Mr. Howard, do you know how to fly, bro?
This is highlights from a single round of King of the Hill, infantry only. It's right at the start of the round. I'm going into the sector in a helicopter. Usually I don't use the helicopters. 9 times out of 10 the pilots just crash or land somewhere stupid that gets you killed. I'm hoping to get in the central tower. If you can get control of the central tower right at the start of the round, so that can give your team a big lead on points early in the round. Very useful. You might notice that my HUD is greyed out in some areas. This is where I was trying to make a completely clear HUD for some cinematics I was doing for another video. I forgot to change it back before starting the round. I can't see how many bullets I've got or how many grenades or smokes I've got either. But yeah, managed to successfully land on the top of the central tower. That's a red team helicopter that I'm rolling under there. There's probably a lot of red team in this tower already. They're in control of the sector. They're probably all in this tower. Certainly a lot of them going to be in this tower.
Everyone's laughing how fucking childish you want to be.
Try and clear the tower as quickly as possible. I'm by myself, so I'm going to have to rely on speed and surprise to give me the advantage. Red's still in control of the sector.
I'll get one.
I've taken quite a few out, but they're still in control of the sector. There must be a large amount of reds elsewhere on the map somewhere in the area. But anyway, that's the central tower clear. Now I'm going to wait for some backup from my teammates. And yeah, no backup coming yet. I'm going to stay here though. Listen out for vehicles approaching. Listen out for footsteps from people that may have landed on the roof above me in the way that I did. And also listen out for gunfire to see where people are. Yeah, this round was actually recorded quite some time ago. You might see a few things that are no longer present in King of the Hill, certain bugs and things like that, etc. Yeah, hanging in the tower, still waiting for this backup from the green team. Ain't coming. Red is storming ahead on points here, despite the fact they don't have the central tower. But there's a steady trickle of enemies coming into the tower. If they all come up in one big group, I'm fucked, but so far they're not doing that. Yeah, you do get lots of people in the buildings around the central tower usually as well. Oh shit. Actually ran out of bullets there, but failed to notice it with the transparent HUD. Tried to throw a grenade through the door there, but it bounced back off the door, back into the room I was in, so now I've got to run upstairs to avoid my own grenade. Run back down there quickly before the enemy can get in here. Just watching both doors. Yeah, that time I was successful with the grenade. However, the enemy's not in there. So I'm going to wait here watching both doors and the stairs. This is the best place to defend the tower if you're there solo. Watch all the entrance points they might come through. And unfortunate trade kill that happens a lot in Arma due to the desync and lack of responsiveness sometimes. Okay, on my way back into the sector in a Strider. This is how I usually do it. You notice that the graphics on the Strider are fucked. This is some sort of like graphics bug. I've never seen it before or since. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, and I noticed these friendlies, they're a little bit out in the open. I decided to give them some smoke for cover. The smoke does attract extra attention to their position, but if people start shooting at them, they still have a chance of surviving with the smoke. In my opinion, overall, the smoke was probably the better thing to do for them there. But right, back to the central tower again. Going to try and take control of the central tower. The Reds have almost certainly regained control of it. And indeed, they do have control of the sector again. Okay, going up the tower. I'm going to hope these other two guys are going to follow me. I'm not going to wait for them. I need to use speed and surprise to get the advantage, as usual. So far they're not following, although one of them's actually died. Hopefully one's reviving the other one, but and then hopefully they'll follow me up once revived. I'm going to continue up the tower anyway. I'm not going to wait for them. As I said, I need to use speed and surprise before they start communicating that I'm coming up the tower and they get ready for me. Taking a few shots as I go up. Lots of people checking out the tower at this time. Yeah, red team in the tower again. To take a bit of damage as I was going upstairs. No idea what happened there. I guess he didn't see me. Yeah, I like to do as much sidestepping as possible in those CQB situations. Often people go to look through their scope, but the scope is nowhere near as sensitive as when they're not scoping, so they can't move like left to right very quickly when looking through the scope. And that's when the sidesteps can really come in handy in those CQB situations. Especially with the support gun, because between like you pressing fire and the gun actually lifting up and starting firing takes a few seconds due to the extra weight of the gun, I suppose. But yeah, once again, Tower 4 clear.
You're running in Tower 4?
Never got any backup from the friendlies as I was clearing the tower, but there's definitely a few friendlies near the tower now. I think they're in the buildings nearby. But yeah, I'm going to go and revive that guy. You want as many friendlies up on their feet as possible, especially if they're actually in the area of operations. Always help your teammates out.
This game's so fucked, you only get killed.
Okay, back on the top of the central tower. It's a pretty good vantage point from up here. I've now changed to the DMS scope. It has both long and short range capabilities, making it pretty damn good for guns such as the Navid, SPMG and Zafir. A few others as well. All the other towers are slightly lower than the central tower. The central tower is two towers put on top of each other. And this does give a good vantage point over the whole map, however you are very susceptible to being shot by snipers and DMR users up here. Best not to put your head up in the same position twice if you can avoid it. One of the guns, the Lynx with the APSD rounds, can actually shoot through that metal barrier there as well, so I've got to watch out for snipers trying to shoot me with the Lynx. But as you can see, it's a pretty damn good vantage point from up here. Not as useful on all maps that you might see in King of the Hill, but in this one, certainly this is a good tower to be on top of. Unless you start to get a lot of attention from snipers, of course, then it can get a bit hairy. Okay, looking over at Tower 3 there, on the north side of the map. That's the side on which the blue team comes into the area. Okay, trying to move around, not use the same position too much. Try and avoid fire from the snipers. As you can see, the Navid can be pretty useful for both short and close range engagements. That friendly almost got his head blown off there. Quick tip for you, in games with friendly fire, don't run in front of people that are shooting, or even run in front of people that are looking through their scope. Not good. That's something that you'd want to apply to things, not just computer games, but airsoft, paintball, and obviously real life shooting as well. Not that I know anything about real life shooting, but that one is kind of obvious. Okay, using the burst fire on the Navid. Pretty good for taking out the parachutists like this.
You're welcome.
Gives a little bit of bullet spread.
Nice. Good job.
Okay, I can see lots of people over by Tower 3 area now. I'm getting lots of attention from snipers, and yeah, that was only a matter of time really. I was spent a bit too long on the roof there without any other sniper backup. But yeah, score's pretty good so far. Right, on my way back into the sector, in the Strider again. Just driven straight up to Tower 3 this time. Seemed to be a lot of contact around here, and Reds have taken control of the sector. So I'm looking for the red team. I heard gunfire from the roof of this building as I was driving past it, so I thought I'd go and have a look. Buddy. Looks like he was covering the central tower. There's some enemies going up the tower there. I couldn't see what team they were from. Okay, now I'm driving around in the sector. Greens are currently not in control. Reds have just retaken control and Reds are still storming ahead on the points. I'm at the side of the map on which the red team come in. So I'm specifically looking for red team members here at the moment. And see this heli with the blade still going, so it's possible some people jumped out of it. And here's some troops on the ground. Red team. I realise that getting the road kills like this is a bit lame, but these guys are red team members and the red team is totally storming it. That's the excuse I'm going to stick to. Got to do what you can. This guy here, also red team, he knows how to avoid the Strider. Wait till it gets right near you and then run left or right the last second. Also, he's trying to shoot out one of the wheels. Once he shoots one of the wheels out, I will no longer be able to get the roadkill. That's what you want to do when taking on someone in the Strider. Yeah, just pre-fired like crazy there. It's a bit, if I had any other gun beside a support gun, I would not have got away with that shit. Driving back towards the middle of my Fox Strider and I see this hummingbird. Hummingbirds have got very little armour. Almost any weapon would have done that to a hummingbird. Always worth having a shot at them if you see them. My Strider's still fucked. I've gone back towards the central tower, but I noticed dead friendly in the building here. And yeah, he's got a pretty good position there, guarding the central tower, so definitely worth reviving him. But like I say, you should always revive your teammates anyway if they're in the area. You need as many people in the area as possible up on their feet. While I was reviving this guy, I could hear gunshots from a building very nearby, perhaps even the building right next to me. I can see on the mini-map there's no other green team members near me, so it's got to be enemy. Using the audio cues is extremely important in King of the Hill. Lots of people crammed into a very small area by Arma 3 standards, and everyone's positions are given away by their gunfire. Just having a little check in the road there, make sure there's no other enemies around. Pretty sure they're upstairs here. And there we go. Couple of blue team members there. Okay, back on top of the central tower. Green is currently in control of the sector, although Red's still storming ahead on points overall. Shooting back towards Tower 3, using the burst fire there. Really, nowadays I would use more like single shot in this situation. Although the Navid doesn't have single shot, I'll put it on full auto and just try and give it a real quick tap on the mouse. And if you're quick enough, you can just let out single shots. Using the Logitech G502 mouse, which has got like a hair trigger. Yeah, unfortunately I never heard that guy come in. Yeah, once again, come back in the Strider. I could hear this sniper shooting from bloody miles away. So I drive right up to him, put a few shots out to make him keep his head down, give me a chance to throw the grenade up there. Once you start throwing that grenade, you're locked into the grenade animation for like 3/4 of a second or so, which does make you vulnerable. But yeah, quite a nice grenade throw in the end. Right, now it's back towards Tower 1. Red are taking control again, so this is the area on which the red team come into the area of operations if they just go in a straight line, which most people actually do. The smoke in the tower indicates people have just stormed the tower. Can't see any friendlies on the mini-map, so it's got to be enemy. But start taking fire from this enemy Ghost Hawk. Judging by the direction in which it's flying, it's red team, so definitely want to give that a go, taking that out. Plus, when they're flying that low, they're pretty easy targets, especially for an RPG. And yeah, got a few kills out of that. Always nice to get a few kills when you take out a heli. Right, still driving around in the red sector, although green have retaken control for the moment. Red still storming ahead on points. I took some fire from Tower 1, so I've gone out here to make it look like I'm not going for the tower, but in fact I'm just using these trees for visual cover to approach the tower from another direction. Alright, lots of smoke, someone's just taken it again.
Are they coming Airfield.
You can actually hear the enemy talking to each other in direct chat there. Right, decide to try and clear this tower solo. You can see the guy's gun pointing through the roof there. So I know exactly where he is, unfortunately for him. Chuck another one up there in case it's more, but it was actually a smoke. Couldn't see how many grenades of smokes I've got left. Again, using the side step to fuck up the single shot guns as much as possible. Don't know what that guy was doing. I think this was recorded back when you could still sometimes lose your weapon after being revived. He probably went AFK after losing his weapon. Got a bit greedy there and tried to get the kills, just ended up wasting the rocket. I should have just let that heli crash. Right, now I'm looking for the red team members, for more red team members, and I notice a sniper in the building site just over there. Still hanging out in the red team's tower.
There's a gun downstairs, 1-4. There's a gun
And the sniper had a buddy come and revive him. I never saw the buddy till now. Managed to get the buddy, but the original sniper's still alive. So I'm trying to put some rounds through that wall there. Pretty sure the Navid rounds penetrate that wall. No luck though.
Another one.
I thought I heard footsteps, and yeah, sure enough, you could see through the window there, someone about to come upstairs. Thought I'd actually killed him there, which is why I stopped shooting. But I hadn't, and that gave him a chance to put some fire on me. Luckily he had an extremely low caliber weapon, otherwise with almost any other weapon he would have killed me there. I believe he was using the suppressed MP5K. Shit. And unfortunately got sniped again.
How you doing?
Score's still not too bad though. Right, coming back in once again. In the bugged out Strider. Back on the red team side of the map. Say red team, it's the side on which the red team hit first if they drive into a straight line into the area of operations, which most of them do. Yeah, I do it myself as well, it's the quickest way in. Right, back to Tower 1. Probably they've retaken it and revived all the people that are killed, so let's go back up there and sort that out. Don't know what that guy was doing, he should have got me. Let's try and clear this tower solo again. Saw a gun pointing through the wall again. Best to make use of all your grenades and stuff like that in this in King of the Hill.
Oh, no.
I think the smoke may have actually helped me there, not totally sure. That guy's still there, AFK, I assume. Once again, sidestep helps against the single shot weapons. Just checking that building site's still clear, it's looking clear now. Okay, now I've lost my Strider, I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm still wandering around on the red team's side of the map. No green team members anywhere near me. But this is where most of the red team probably are around here. And, well, it's looking like they're going to win the round by now, so I'm doing what I can, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
I think from a house.
Okay, moving closer to Tower 1 on foot. Just being very careful, trying to scope out all the buildings, listening for people shooting. There's got to be a lot of red team members around me right now. I can hear some shooting, but nothing too close. Looking in all the windows of the buildings, looking in the tower as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear. Right, let's move up. Still no gunshots too close. And see this blue team guy, looks like he's doing the same thing I'm about to do. Looks like he was by himself too. Nice. Right, I just saw one in the top left window there. Decided to use a rocket to try and get him with the splash damage. No joy. If I'd have been using the HE rocket for the RPG-42, that might have done enough splash damage to get some kills there. But the standard rocket I was using there was not able to do the job. Okay, once again, let's try and clear this tower. Reds are taking control. There's got to be a lot of them in the sector.
Shit.
And unfortunate trade kill. Something that happens a lot in Arma, unfortunately, in the CQB situations. Right, driving back in the Strider, and noticed that someone had put a marker on the map indicating that there's some enemies hanging out here. Got out to shoot the guy, but I was a bit unlucky there, and not sure he didn't die there, but changed to the rocket to rocket the car. But I just noticed another guy running to my left. As there's two of them, I thought better get back in the car because I could probably die here otherwise. Better to try and make use of my bulletproof car. Technically semi-bulletproof car. Another guy knows how to avoid being run over, but luckily someone else shot him. Don't know if it was from my team or from another team. And then this guy cleverly gets back in the heavy gun. That could fuck me up pretty bad there. So I'm getting out straight as quickly as I can, try and RPG him. And a bit lucky again that the splash damage got on there. Wouldn't always kill people in that situation. Usually it would, but not all the time. Although since more recent patches, the splash damage from explosions like that seems to be a bit better. Bit of a larger splash damage area than what it used to be.
Let's go, homies, to the little bit, homies.
Let's go.
But yeah, I didn't get too far in my fuck Strider. Back at the spawn again. Red team are on 99 points. They're totally just about to win the round, but it's worth trying to get back in there anyway. Get any XP and money that you can, just in case it's got a few minutes before they actually win the round. It ain't over till it's over, but now it's over. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I've had more kills. You'll see people get more kills than 69 in a round, but when I've done it, it wouldn't have made as an interesting video as this particular round. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Green team didn't win. It was the red team that won as usual, but never mind. Did what I could. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one. Take it easy.